everyone, nice to see you guys again. Today I wanted to do something different. Instead of the usual K-pop related stuff, I thought I'd do something a bit more normal. Not normal, but I guess something more everyday, and that's gonna be, if you can tell, it's gonna be a get ready with me video. I'm gonna be meeting a friend later today, and it's actually, well, I don't know if I'm gonna meet her yet, but I think I'm going to, and she's gonna be moving across the world from me. So this might be the last time I see her until then, so gonna get ready, and I thought I'd just film a video of me getting ready because quite a few of you guys actually asked me what my skincare and my makeup routine is, and I just want to put it out there. I'm not good at skincare or makeup. As you can see, actually I'm breaking out a lot in my chin, and I think a lot of it comes from me wearing a mask every single day. I actually wear a mask for 8.5 hours every single day. Well, not the weekends, but like on work days, I wear it for 8.5 hours. So I think that's where a lot of it's coming from. I don't like it, but you know what? That's normal, and it's all a part of this pandemic we're struggling through. So that's just how it's gonna be. I apologize in advance for what I look like because my bare face isn't exactly the best image. And I actually have a lot of insecurities, which I kind of want to talk about while I'm getting ready. But yeah, let's get right into it. First off, I'm going to start off with moisturizer. So for the daytime before my makeup, I like to put on this moisturizer. And it's this. It's Believe the True Cream Aqua Balm. I'm not too sure how I feel about this, but I've been using this a lot. So that's just what I'm gonna go with. And I kind of like to just dab it on my face and just spread it out like that. Oh, I can feel my breakouts on my chin and how like bumpy it is. And I'm kind of getting sad, but what can we do? Okay, so like that. Just like to put it all in. Those pimples though. When are we gonna get out of this pandemic? I don't know, but hopefully soon. Yeah, hopefully soon. I just want to also say, as I'm putting on my sunscreen, which is the Shiseido Urban Environment Oil-Free UV Protector. It's SPF 42, and you just kind of give it a good shake. And then just put some on the back of my hand, just like that. It's very watery, which I like. It's very thin, and also I have oily skin, and it's mattifying, so I've been using this for years. I love it. I kind of want to try something else just for the sake of saving my wallet some money, but you know, I'm scared I'm gonna break out. But yeah. Anyway, so my bare face. Actually, I'm very insecure about my bare face, and I'm actually insecure about myself in general, but I've been more open to sharing more about how I look, and I think it's because I just kind of grown to accept myself more. But back when I was younger, I got my first pimple when I was 13 years old, and I remember it was like one right here. And I remember in Korea, I was looking in the mirror, and I had a few friends around me, and I just looked at it and I was like, oh no, my first pimple. And luckily my friends, some of them were older and they already had pimple creams, so I'm like slathering on this pimple cream to try to get rid of it. But that was actually the start of a very, very tough journey with acne. And I'm gonna maybe try to put some pictures in, but like it was bad, and it was to the point where people would always point it out. I don't think it was to make fun of me, but you know, like back then, or when you're younger, your friends just kind of tease you for things. It was a bit of teasing, and so I was very insecure. But for some reason, I also didn't really know makeup until I got into college. So for all those years, I just had pimples everywhere and I didn't do anything to cover it. And then I discovered the wonders of makeup, and I have been covering it ever since. But you know, I'm still very, very insecure about it. I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass primer, Mineral Veil primer. I remember one time I was going snowboarding with like some of my church friends, and I fell asleep in the car. And back then, like when you fall asleep in the car, you know, like friends, you just take pictures of each other for fun. So that happened to me. I actually fell asleep in the car, and then an oppa of mine took a picture of me sleeping. And then when I woke up later, he showed me the picture, and he's like, hey, look, I took a picture of you sleeping, ha ha ha. And then he told me that he cleared up my face with Photoshop for me, and that I should be grateful. And like, I know he meant it with a good heart, and it was really nice of him, because even in the midst of like a funny picture, I think he probably didn't want to expose or like make me more insecure, but that comment in itself ended up making me super insecure. So ever since, I think that was in like 10th grade, but ever since, I just never showed my bare face in front of anyone. And even if I went to like sleepovers and stuff, I would be the last one to sleep so I can wash up last, and then I'd be the first one awake so that I can put on makeup first, so no one would really see my bare face. And even like a lot of my best friends haven't seen my bare face. I mean, now at work I don't put on makeup because we wear masks all the time, so they've all seen it, but I am extremely insecure about it. And so me putting this out there is a huge step for me, especially when I'm breaking out on my chin. Probably normal Joyce wouldn't want to do it, but because you guys kept asking for it, I figured I'd just get it over with. And I'm going to go in with my Bare Minerals foundation. It's the matte version because I'm super oily. And what I do is like, I just tap some onto the cap. And then I take like a little brush. I swirl it around. Swirl it. Tap off the excess. I guess I should be showing you this, but I can't. And then I just put it on my face. And I always use powders because I don't want to clog my pores with like a liquid foundation, but do you see that? How like it's actually covering, not as much as I thought it did, but something. I actually got out of a pretty, what my friends would say, a pretty toxic relationship. And not like he was physically abusive or anything, but my friends like to say he was very emotionally abusive. And not to throw that term out there very lightly, but I was very hurt, and I was crying every single day for a couple months because of it. And actually through that relationship, I got more insecure about myself. And the reasoning is, so in the beginning of the relationship, he would tell me that like, oh, I'm so pretty, I'm really beautiful, and like he would even compare me to a lot of different celebrities, and he'd be like, oh, no, you look prettier than them. And like, of course that made me feel good because the person I like and I'm in a relationship with is showering me with compliments, and especially because I'm so insecure about myself, it made me feel good. But then like after some time, actually like within like a couple weeks of dating, it switched to him wanting me to work out every single day and go on a diet. And then he would say stuff like, oh, you should try to put on more eyeliner, because like I wasn't wearing eyeliner at all. I was just doing eyeshadow and mascara because I don't really know how to do eyeliner. But he was telling me to put on more eyeliner, and then he was like, you should try putting on false eyelashes, which I still to this day don't, just because I'm too lazy to be honest, so I don't do it. But like he would say stuff like that. I just didn't feel good, and he made me feel really insecure. So even like when I was seeing him face to face, I feel like he's looking at all my flaws instead of the good parts of me. And so that made me super insecure. But then once I ended that relationship, I gained more confidence in myself. I'm gonna go in with a really oldie but a goodie Benefits Hoola Bronzer. I don't really know if I know how to use this, but I'm gonna try. But anyway, yeah, like he would say things like that. And so even like when I'm meeting him, I would feel very insecure, and I feel like that shouldn't happen, especially with a significant other. Like, you want to like each other for all the good parts. Like, I don't know, maybe he was just doing it to improve me, make a better version of me, but made me very insecure. But I got out of it, and so I realized, you know what, I want to be around the people who like me for me and don't want to change so much about me. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if you guys care about what brushes I use, but a lot of them are just from Sephora. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I did bronzer. I'm gonna go in with my blush. I've been using this Narcissist palette that I got, don't remember when. I really like it, but I feel like I use it all the time and it's still just as, like, it almost looks like I didn't really touch it. But I'm gonna go in with this more coralish color with my super cheap but very good brush. Just kind of dab it in and put it on. Feels weird looking at myself, smiling at myself. But anyway, got that done. And then I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay Primer Potion. It's really small because I got it, I think it was like as a set with something else. I don't really remember too much, but yeah, I've been using it. I used to use this back in like high school, but then I just stopped using primers in general, and then I realized that's probably the reason why everything's smearing all the time. And yeah. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in with my trusty old Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I love this. It's just all matte. You can tell I really love and abuse it. It's kind of gross. Don't look too much. But I'm gonna use that. And basically, I don't really remember what I was gonna say. Put it all over. Oh, my eyes. I do want to talk about my eyes. It looks like I'm like monolithed right now. About my eyes. So a lot of people asked me if I got my eyes done, and I don't know if this is really a thing or if it's just something people don't really talk about, but actually I didn't get them done. But if you look at like my older like baby pictures, you can actually see that some pictures I'm completely monolithed, and some pictures I have a crease. And I think what happened is when I was really young, I got like I have very thin eyelids, and so I think my eyelids being young my eyelids being thin made it easy for a crease to form. But actually, as I got older, in some pictures I have like a line, and some pictures I have nothing. But as I got older, it just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper until eventually I got a crease. And actually, like, even up until college, I had a line, but it wasn't like very deep. And even now, I don't know if you can see, it's not that deep. It's not like the people who are born with it, but I have something. When I was younger, I got eyelid tape, and it didn't really work because if I would put it in like, okay, hold on, my eyeshadow looks weird, but trust me, it'll get good. I would put it on the tip of my eyelid, and then it would just fold under my eyes, and so it wouldn't even make a real crease. So then I tried to get the double-sided one and put it on my line, but then it was just too obvious when I'd open my eyes and when I'd close my eyes, it's too obvious that there's tape, and that made me very self-conscious. So I didn't like that either. And so I don't advise this. Please don't do this at home, but I got so desperate to the point where I took tweezers and I like used to line it against my crease every day, just kind of like fold it, and then every day just keep doing it. And I don't know if that helped, probably didn't. Don't do it at home if you're considering it. It is very dangerous, probably the worst idea ever, but I was desperate, you know? I hate when that happens. So I record my videos on my phone because I haven't purchased a camera yet. And anytime I get a phone call for some reason, my video stops recording and then I lose everything I filmed up until that point. I don't know how much I have, but for the sake of being safe, I'm using Chanel's eyeshadow stick. I hope I have that footage where I said that already. And I'm just lining my eyes, as you can see, just trying my best. I'm actually pretty terrible at eyeliner because it hasn't been long since I've been doing it. But, you know, better than nothing. Honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing when I do my makeup. I just do something that makes me feel like I did something, or makes me feel a little more confident. And even if it's the worst technique, I'm confident. See, you can't even really tell it did anything, but it's because the line goes under my eyes when I open it, which is why I never did eyeliner. But then somebody told me you can tell a difference in person, so I'm just gonna go with it. And I'm like slowly turning into the confident me because I have makeup on. And then I totally forgot. I always put lip balm on before I start. Completely forgot to do that. I'll do it now, before it's too late. I use Jack Black's Intense, Jack Black's Intense Therapy Lip Balm. I don't really use the shea butter one. I use the natural mint, but this came in a gift box I got from someone. And it's actually a men's line, but it's so moisturizing and I love it. So that's what I've been using. And I'm gonna use my trusty old Tweezerman eyelash curler and just kind of go in. I actually don't have too short of eyelashes for a Korean, I want to say. They're a bit longer than a lot of my Korean friends. Oh, and I'm gonna go in with L'Oreal's Voluminous Lash Paradise. I love this stuff. It's cheap and it works. Yeah. So they're not too short. Of course, they're a lot shorter than my other non-Korean or non-Asian friends, but I think they're kind of long. Like, you can see them, right? And the reason why I curl one eyelash at a time and then put mascara is because I don't want the curl to go down. And I also use waterproof mascara for that reason of the curl not going down, because I know that can happen to some people. I think if you don't do waterproof ones, sometimes your eyelashes can curl back down. I think especially Asian lashes. So I like to stick to waterproof. And also I'm like the world's biggest crybaby. So I need waterproof because I cry. Like if I see someone else cry, I cry. It's like a weird thing I do. But yeah, that's my eye makeup. Honestly, there's not much to it and I feel like I probably did everything wrong, but it works for me and no one has made fun of me for it except for my ex. I'm gonna use my Benefits Precisely My Brow Pencil. And okay, my eyebrows are actually terrible right now, and you know, COVID, can't really get your eyebrows done, but I also don't like the look of like super defined, clean cut brows, because to me that can look a little unnatural, and I kind of like the more natural look, even though, ooh, that made such a big difference. Okay, I'm like talking about how I like it more natural, and look how big of a difference that is. I don't even really know what my eyebrow shape is. I just kind of follow what I naturally have and fill in the areas where I have less hairs, I guess. Something like that. You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna use the back and kind of brush it out because I want it to look a bit more natural. That looks weird. That looks so weird. Okay, just if you look at me from far away. If you look at me from far away, does it show less flaws? Like this. Look at me from this far away. Also, I do want to say I am going to cut my hair because right now it's super, super long. I'm thinking of cutting. Will it really look that bad if I just cut off, if I like have hair like this short? Maybe a little longer, maybe. I can't imagine myself with like really short hair. Like up here, no, I just can't imagine. Maybe I want to cut off like this much. Still be long? I don't know. Leave suggestions in the comments. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair. I haven't cut it since before coronavirus, which is kind of a long time ago. I'm gonna finish off with Urban Decay's All-Nighter Setting Spray. And then put my hair back again. And then, last but not least, after I put my hair back, because insecurities are a thing, I feel like I look more like a girl when I have my hair up and like down. And then last but not least, I'm gonna go in with a YSL gloss, and it's like a stain, which I like because I like more natural looking lips. And naturally my lips are very like there's no color to them, so I like to, I need a mirror for this, I like to swipe, swipe, and swipe, and that's it. I'm just kidding. That would be terrible. And then I just take my finger and just kind of spread that out a little. Can you see, like, it adds color but not too much color? Like I can get away with this being my natural color. And it's kind of glossy, so it looks like, I don't know. I like it. And that's it. This is kind of how I've been doing my makeup lately. I'm sorry if you're a makeup artist and I broke so many makeup application rules, but this is what works for me. If you have any tips, let me know because I could really use them. And oh, one other thing I want to talk about. My eye color. Some of you guys asked if I wear contacts, and if so, what brand and what color I get. My eyes are actually mine. They are very light for Korean. I don't think you can tell now because of my ring light. I think like the contrast is really big, but my eye color is light brown, and I am full Korean. My mom is Korean, my dad is Korean, my grandparents are Korean. As far as I know, my great-grandparents are Korean. But for some reason, I ended up with light brown eyes. And that's actually just my eyes. I don't wear glasses at all. And so this is just how it is. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I would film a skincare video, but considering I've been breaking out so much on my chin from the mask, I kind of feel like I don't have a right to do it. But you know, maybe I will. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I also want to just say I'm working full-time. YouTube is not my job. I work full-time, and I'm in grad school full-time, and I'm actually going to be starting an internship on top of that in about a week and a half. So I don't know how often I can film videos, but I am leaning more towards filming like vlog style, because then I can just film bits and pieces here and there. Let me know what you guys think about that, if that's something you guys are interested in. I am trying to lean off, I got an itch. I am trying to lean off of the K-pop content, just because I feel like some people are getting upset, and also I kind of want to put me out there for me, not for my experiences with certain people. Yeah, I think I want to be known as just me and not K-pop staff me, because that is a life I let go of. So I think I'm gonna be filming one video explaining why I quit, and maybe that might explain why I don't really want to associate myself with that field anymore. And or maybe, you know, I can even do another one where I just answer some last questions, final questions, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you guys for supporting the amount that you guys have so far. I've missed out on my first 1,000 subscribers, but hopefully if I reach a new milestone, I can celebrate with you guys. If it does happen, I do have something in mind, and I'm trying to see how it's gonna work out, because I know a lot of you guys are global, so I'm gonna try to figure that out. But for now, thank you guys so much for supporting me. It's been a very surreal moment. I didn't think this many of you guys would be watching, but thank you. And if you are one of the people who have gotten upset at one of the videos I filmed, I really apologize. Can see where you're coming from, and yeah, it wasn't really my intent, but yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. And that's it. If you guys made it this far, have a great day, have a great week, have a great year. So far this year in America has not been the greatest, but fingers crossed we're gonna have a great year. And yeah, spread positivity, spread love, spread happiness, and do what makes you happy, because honestly, we don't have time for any unhappiness, am I right? Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! And then, this is when I remembered to film a thumbnail, but how do I do that? My stuff is just kind of everywhere. Get ready with me? Cheese! Get ready with me. Okay. No thumbnail. Like, this is the mess I made. That's the kind of mess I made. I just kind of put my stuff everywhere, you know? Excuse the mess down there, just kind of put stuff everywhere. I guess you guys can see how long my hair is like this. Anyway, get ready with me.